Yo, shit done got real, boy. I got hands for a nigga later, quite possibly. It's really to that. Like, it's really to that. So we just gonna see how that go. Can't wait to tell y'all all about it. Yo, so before I do that, let's get into this Raw and NXT. I would have put on the black and gold because the NXT Wednesday crew, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really feel like getting changed. So I'm gonna just go ahead with what we got and make the most of this situation. Modern day, modern era. Looking at how it's looking for June 10th. Trying to think back to elements of the show that I was feeling. I got to see. Shouts to Hulu. Shouts to, everybody else that puts that thing together. I really did enjoy it, for what I can recall. But it did feel like Raw, like just, I guess we building back to this 3 hours on Netflix. It's like a small, let's say a parallel where I'm like interested in getting back into the 3 hours for the superstars and their progress weekly, but then it's still like, oh my god, I've gotten accustomed to an hour and a half, and I wouldn't say sometimes even that drags, but I mean it is an hour and a half. It's packed with a lot of stuff though, so that's why I'm like, all right, we could see what is. I could see why I'm enjoying, you know what I mean, and I can get accustomed to it. So it's just developing more of the characters so we can have that affection and toward them when they do potentially get to those next levels and break through those glass ceilings. Let's move on now. Clash of the Castle coming up. Castle coming up. It's a Drew show. Drew already lost out there once. Judgment Day antics is looking like it's going to be the reason for the title switch. I want Dame to have it, but if those two are playing hot potato back and forth for a little minute, shit, let Drew at least have a solid month or two. I don't know. You know what I mean? I would say a 2 month run would definitely be solid with him as champ. What's going on with Punk? When is Dame getting the title back if he loses it? Because it's not gonna be enough. Like right now, 1 month, just some real quickness is too paper. It's not really much. You know what I'm saying? Not much substance behind it. That's how I feel. But it's definitely coming up. It's elements of the growth on Dame's side. You can see he's still fairly young, and I wouldn't say he's not ready for it. When I say young, I mean like just on TV in this position. He Everyone needs to be a little bit more comfortable on screen. That's what I got for it. So there goes that. Oh my God, am I looking like a talking head? At least I got shoulders now. Let me keep going. Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria. Um, Io and Damage Control are getting their aura right and it's starting to work. Shouts to Oscar. She needs to hurry up and get back because the 3 man girl crew, it works, but it's gonna mean something more when they got that extra bit of firepower, in my opinion. So hope Oscar gets well and gets back in there. Everybody else looked pretty solid to me. The Nightwing from the apron into the ring, solid height. You know what I'm saying? And then it had that impact that everybody was looking for. If Lyra hit that jump on the finisher the same way Jordan Grace hit that jump on the finisher, I mean the legs are different, but I'm saying if she hit that jump on that with that landing, I mean it may compensate for that height difference. But that's just me thinking. Um, let's move on. Live, oh man, it's a demographical storyline and it's out of my hands, so I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm leaving it alone. I'm jumping out of it. I don't have nothing to do with that. That is good. What they want to call good for television. Live is a look. Dom is a heat magnet. Mommy's gonna kill everybody. So I'm out of it. Leave me out of it. I'm standing with Rhea on this one. I'm not trying to get in anybody's trouble. Siding on the wrong side because what I'm looking at so far is Dom and this room key thing and where did it go and who that's some Spanish Latin love respectfully to the Latinx community. Shouts to the parade. I mean, look, who's swiping the key cards? See, that's some slick. I done been up in enough environments where they had the alcohol for sale and then they got the little oogly eyes, and then they got the cameras right there. So I ain't getting into that, man. I'm not touching that with hands from 10 years ago. I'm good on that. Let's move on. Sami Zayn Otis. Actually, probably the sleeper top storyline in the company right now. One of the more interesting things happening on Raw. We all waiting for it. We all going to see what happens. I don't know. Right now, honestly, I want to see Chad Gable's IC champ. He's been around for so long. I'm just waiting for that. Everybody loves Otis, so I don't care. I don't want to say anything Otis does people are going to love, but the people are literally with Otis. So whenever something happened, I know I'm going to be entertained by it. Otis wasn't he the former Mr. Money in the Bank? Was that a thing? I'm pretty sure that was a thing. So yeah, right after Mania, right, or something. Yeah, outside during the coat. So there goes that. Everybody else is solid. Get well, Sue, Maxine. Sami Zayn beat Otis, Haluva kick in the corner because of the distraction by Gable. Okay, let's move on. Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov, Ricochet went to the hospital. Look, I hope Rico stays, but at the same time, if he wants to dip off and then come back, it works every time. You know, well, if you go out there and make a name again. So we're going to see how that plays out. What else are we looking at? Awesome Truth, Authors of Pain. Okay, that match went. That match. These guys, the tag champs, have to learn how to mean something. And I'm not saying they don't mean anything. I'm just really not crazy about it. It's something for them to do and get done. And like, I'm just really not crazy about the tag team run that they're on right now. But things have to be lucrative. So if things are selling for them, all right. But I'm really not, like I said, I'm just not a fan of it all. AOP, I was actually pulling for them to get that championship. But okay, look, see that. So I'm not really crazy about the Awesome Truth title reign, but then something formed, something for them to do. And, you know, they still look good. On singles, it's going to look crazy. So we know the tier list. We're going to see if they're going to continue to rise or if it's time to make that shift. Now, Braun Breaker after the fact, smash Rico through the windshield. Ilya Dragunov, Braun Breaker, and Ricochet got something going on as far as the, you know, just something happening on Raw. Sam left. Pat had to do the ring announcing. You know, are we into the main event yet? Yeah, because that was the main event right after that. So Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor. Drew got the win. No Judgment Day ringside for Clash at the Castle. That's 2 o'clock Saturday on my side of things. I feel like it's a little bit much on the programs. International stuff is also somewhat of a fun element, and I'm not against it. We're going to see if these crowds can keep that competitive spirit going. It's going to be loud in Glasgow. And Drew's been on a run, a crazy run. Do I feel like it's his time to be champion? I don't think so. I'm being honest with myself. Like right now, I don't think it's that time for him. I think he's great, but I think once he gets the ball, he's not the same. And I'm not really like crazy about it. It's just like, I wouldn't say it hasn't been enough chase. It just hasn't been, like he needs to clear that CM Punk thing first, my opinion. The crowd is not going to see him as champion if he wins. They're going to see CM Punk as the guy that needs to beat him. But he get that belt, Punk come back. Punk can't get that championship back at his first run, or his first attempt at it, unless they really, really try and pull some nice shit. But I don't know. I don't know about Punk coming back and getting that, and we'll speak to that in a moment once we get over to the streets of NXT. But Drew get it. I don't know, but if this is the trigger that they pulling on it, I'm not mad at it because we all love Drew anyway. We've been pulling for him for years. That moment at Mania was supposed to be that moment that we could move on. But no. We need to have all of this, but that's the weekly episodic element of it. So why not? Let's move forward. All right, so now over to these streets of NXT. I remember this phase when they first got to USA Network with rebuilding new stars. And it's pretty clear, with some of the promos that took place and I would say the runs down forms of the game tapes. Like we had a different thing happening then. And then with those that were being built at the time, them being highlighted during the most recent episode, I thought it was really, really good. Oh my fucking God, bro. I apologize. Thank you. Yeah, good. Filming is so important. And we all want quiet on the set. So then we have all of the added noise in the background. When we're trying to film, I mean, it's like I'm just trying not to be like a Scorsese type. And this is why I don't really jump into all of this hardcore editing and shit, because ultimately, if we go that route, y'all not gonna see me. Like, it's gonna take too long. Like, I'm gonna have to do a recap per month because I'm focused on this in a different manner. So I'm gonna be really sitting here caring. It gets meticulous. Like, I see how much goes into developing the product, so I put that much into the development of the characters, in certain elements, and I definitely want, what was supposed to be, as far as moving these cats to the main roster and transitioning them properly, so where the fans don't have to have that much of a, acclamational period with them. We already cheering them on. Now, whatever. NXT was pretty solid, man. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was superstars getting placed into the next positions. So that's good for them. All right, so now we got Meechin, we got Jada Parker. Meechin is an NXT legend. I want to say legend, but one of them OGs. You know what I'm saying? Her and the OC is back. Now they baby faces. Okay, fine, we can work with that. Took on Miss Parker and a whole bunch of craziness. Stop that. It's going to take a lot to get Meechin back on deck. I'll say that. We all love Meechin here. There's no question about that part. You know what I mean? But to get her back at the spot she was in, and then to go from there. OC, we love him. Given Super Senior. Got so many people, you know what I mean? But these guys are solid hands in the ring. Too much of the feel-good young with that, my opinion. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm saying, it's not gritty enough yet. And I do appreciate what they're doing so far as adhering to the PG guidelines, but boy, oh boy, we all need a little bit more gritty gutter going on with them tones and the promos. That's how I feel about it. So Jada Parker, shouts to Jada and shouts to Meechin for picking up that victory. It was really more like a babyface solidifier, so that works for me. Gallus, Wesley, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. Didn't get to see it, but okay, six-man tag. Gallus got the victory. Moving more characters up. I understand. Oh man, Evil Sleepy. That's crazy. So Wendy Chu beat Brinley Reese with this wild shit. I don't know what happened in between time, but and then she's doing she's got a submission move now. Okay, sleeper move for a finisher. I ain't know. Last time I seen Sleepy, she was actually returning to level up, and it was like, all right, cool. So, and I think she won. So, okay, just a shift in the character. Good. Whoever she's talking to backstage, I guess whoever she's going home and, Brother Sleepy, Mr. Sleepy, or whatever. You know what I mean? King Sleep. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's definitely, apparently, or whatever she was watching. I don't know, but if you got a difference in the character, I think we seen a coming soon vignette for that. Whatever, we'll see what we get. Another heel for the women's division. All right, cool. Lexis King, Dante Chen, Singapore King match. Okay, good on Dante. Lexus is on the up and up. Like I said, it's one of those shows. This is one of those moves where we're switching people. Well, not switching people, we're solidifying the spots. A little, I guess, the scabs from those we lost during the draft season, have finally healed, and we have some more solidified spots so far as like, I guess, weekly or daily performance center results on things. Like I don't know. Now, Eddie Thorpe, Tavion Heights. Oh man, Tavion and took another L. It took an L on last week to my man Tank, and then he out here losing to Eddie Thorpe on the comeback. It's a long road. I feel like my man Tavion Heights has the it factor. He just needs some more time in the oven. He's giving Dante vibes, but both of them are great. Let's not tag them up. Let's not go crazy because you get down there and just let things smooth. But okay, cool. And then Eddie Thorpe's back. All right, cool. We gonna see. Like right now, everything is like they putting everybody in position. So once everybody's in position, then we can start making some moves so far as the character development goes. Sean Spears, Javon Evans. First of all, shout out to Cody coming to the show. That was nice. That was nice. It's always a respect to head on down to the performance center and just make your presence felt respectfully. Like some people didn't take part of it. If anybody had to do it, it would be Cody. He was doing some real dope things. Past JC Jane, the Dusty thing. That's what's up, man. Well, not that past the what was that? The Dash and Cody. So now JC Dash and JC. Yo, I love it. Her and Jasmine. This looking like big sis, little sis. I like it. I like the dynamic. There was something else going on with the women's division. Later on in the evening, it was Roxanne and who was standing tall by the end of that? It was Roxanne and Lola Vice. Nice. Kalani Jordan came out the start of the night with her cute little promo. Just, now I'm the new first champion and then real G golly, white me babyface, fine, no problem. We'll see it down the line. And then yes, Javon Evans and who did he beat up on? Sean Spears. Young OG bouncy, they said. I ain't mad at him. He's definitely one of the favorites. New up and comers. He got the win last week apparently. So they 50-50 that out this week. Here's my deal. Pink hoodie, Baldy with the mohawk. Just came from across the street, still got that stench on him. Him, who was it supposed to be back there with him? Lexus King, and then a third superstar that's a little bit further than him, in my opinion. All in the right spot so far as top NXT heels go. I don't like it per se, but I think that's supposed to be like the point, right? And since the Ty Dillinger days, guy is good. So now him as a heel, we'll see what else he's giving. But for right now, to be trying to fight on Javon, it's the attempt to keep him relevant. I'm not mad. It's fine. He's just from over there. So you gotta work your way back up that ladder. I'm not really going crazy about it. I'm not writing home about something. I really don't care. You get something to do for Javon, had something to do for Sean. Works for me. Good NXT. Cody showed up. A couple new champions, people in the positions. Man, not crazy on the character development this week. We got a position for JC coming on back, reminding everybody why she was the Toxic Queen for a minute on the show, and everybody was tuning in, and that is a whole fact. Everybody wanted to see JC pop up, so good on that. Shouts to LaShawn and Jakara, just saying. NXT right now, it's in an okay spot, leading in the CW, and we're gonna start pushing that soon. We got to get into the character development, so this is where we at right now, just positioning spots and new NIL class. A lot of things are happening, man. A lot of things are happening, so you can't call out too much. You just gotta wait for everyone to get better. And that's what we all waiting for. So as everyone continues to progress, I got good vibes on them, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go ahead and get the fuck up out of here because that's 20 minutes in. Holla at your boy, Vote That Smackdown. And I'll tell you all about the Smackdown I'm about to hand out.